Welcome back. In this lecture, we are going to see how the applications work, how its flows going on, right? So normally what happen whenever any request is coming to the container is the maybe at any server or Tomcat server. So when any request is coming to the server or container, it does not go directly to the server. Before reaching to the actual servlet or actual controller, it has to go through multiple filter chains. So a servlet filter, I'm giving one definition like a servlet filter is an object that is used to perform filtering the tasks such as conversion, encryption, description, right? So whatever encryption is happening, what a decryption is happening, or any parameter check. Okay, so all this happens before reaching to the servlet in the filters, right? So servlet filter entry is done in the file name web.xml. When you, if you remember, when you develop any applications, so sometimes we have to make one XML file, that is web.xml. In that we have to define one path, right? That are servlet filters. And this servlet filter is normally sometimes dispatcher servlet or anything. It's a front end, it's a front controller. We sometimes we say. So that's a different thing. So that is used. So now let's see how this works, right? So whenever any request is made, it reaches to the web container and check if the filter contains any URL pattern which is similar to the pattern that is requested. If web container locates this very first filter which matches the request, then that filter code is executed. If more than one filter is found in the web.xml pattern, so it will execute all the matching patterns filter, right? So it's not an issue. So when all the matching filter codes are executed successfully and no error is found, then your request goes to servlets and request is processed and response is returned back to the client, right? So this is how it works. So if you see inside the servlet filters, there are three methods, right? So this is a life cycle of methods, we can say. One is init, one is do filter, and one is destroy, right? So let's see this filters in the, I will show you these filters in the last. So in the init method, this method is used to initialize the filters, and this method is invoked. And this method, just remember the sentence, this method is invoked only once in a life cycle of a servlet. Okay. Second method is the do filter. So do filter is used to perform the filtering task and is invoked whenever a request is made. It is also used to call the next filter available in the chain. So when you see the signature of this method, it is having the request and response along with the filter chain object. This chain is nothing but when one chain is passed, then it's passed to the next chain, then next chain. So it's a continuous filtration, right? Then we call the destroy method. This method is also invoked only once, just like init, when the service of the filters complete and we want to close all the resource used by this particular servlet filters, right? So this is a very basic explanation of the flow, and now we will explain more detail about the filter, how this actually internally this filter works. And this filter is nothing but the set of security layers, right? We will see that. So we are going to explore these filters, and we'll see how many filters are there in the Spring Security, what is the pattern of execution of there, what is the order of execution, right? And then we'll see later in the deeper with the course, like how to implement our own filters, right? It's very simple and easy and very useful. Okay, so let's see in the next lecture. Until then, bye.